Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. So, we are back again in our daily Go Live challenge. And today, our topic is about the importance of accountability in relationship. But before we dive into this topic, for our new audience that who don't know us yet, we came from no um computer background, no business background, and no social media background. But we are hunger for change, because we were came from burnout of working long hours, hunger for change, looking for something that could supplement in our daily life, and that's why we dive into the online world. So if we can do it, everyone can as well. My name is Rosaline. I am a digital business owner and a mentor. Now I'm going to give a chance to my business partner to introduce a little bit about herself for our new viewers. Hi, Sister Teresa. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. And yes, I'm come from no business experience, no computer experience, and yes, we are a digital business owner. And my name is Teresa. I'm a digital business owner and a mentor. And yes, we are here in our 90 days go live, and today we gonna share our topic is about the importance of accountability in relationships.
Yes, thank you, Sister Teresa. And I am happy that we are here. We meet again our schedule and we can do our daily go live. So now what is accountability in relationship? Accountability define as taking responsibility for your actions, words, and choices. And emphasize that is about owning up to mistakes, being honest, and staying committed to growth. Next is, accountability goes both ways, in any relationship, whether it's with your friends, your partner, colleagues, or family members. So it's really build the strong bands, in relationship. Like for example, you have a sister, like we have a sister that you can reach out to anytime you feel open, because not every sister or brothers that we have that we are open to sharing, something that's important in our life. Di ba sis, na-experience mo na ba to na in our family, meron po tayong one or two that we feel so comfortable of sharing of what we have, in our, self, like for example, in our life, in my life, I feel, but not all of them, but it's because we have the strong, the accountability, like we're like our accountability, we have the connections, the relationship for each other. Kasi hindi lahat po ng ano ng yun, in a family members that we have same, feelings that I can trust, she can help me. But yeah, that is the importance of accountability in anything, doesn't have to be, here in our business, like you, Sister Ressa and I, we're pretty much like accountability partner here. We have this relationship, we will wait each other, we will share something, we feel comfortable each other. It's good to have that, it takes time to develop relationship, but if you can, that, you should be grateful, be grateful to have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, the only thing I can share about this, like my sister, my older sisters, we don't really like have close relationship until I think we were rich on when I was like 20s, something like that. Because
Yes.
like I said, they leave the house when they're like when they went to college. So I kind of like by myself. I don't have a lot of connection with them when I grow up, because like I said, they have to move away to finish their college, their education. So the time when we have that like conversation, when I think she was sick, she went home and she has to stay for like a couple months to recover. and that's the time like we have that relationship, like we shared, like we shared what our plan to what plan our life, and then what's our future likes, we share. And then she shared also her experience, how life, that because sometimes you really have different relationship when you stay with other people, I mean your relatives, it's really different. So she shared that to me, and that's the time like we have that connection, like
Build the
yeah,
connection.
to build that, that it's like I said, it takes time to
Yeah.
have that relationship, but it feels good that sometimes you have to have that people around you, like to talk
Yeah.
about, because like you don't know what they have been through, and then they can share about it, because that way whatever their feelings inside that needs to get out, what they experience, because like I said, they don't have anybody to trust, so that's the time she shared to me. And kind of like for me, I was really young, but I know already how to comfort, and how
Yes.
how you can relate that to you when in the future, because when you grow up you're gonna like explore every places, and you encounter different people. So that way what she shared to me, it was like kind of like a preparation for me, to spread my wings and
When
get
you're
out
grow
and
up.
experience things. So yes, it's good to have that kind of a relationship, accountability for your siblings. It's
Yeah.
nice to have that.
Sometimes, in a friends, there is also people that they have a friend, a best friends they call, that they can become their accountability, in relationship, like that's good. But that's what you said, not all in our family members, or not, like that we have the strong bands or the accountability in relationship. Kasi minsan may time na you want to share something, but you can feel that it's not really, they don't really, for them it's not important, you can feel that. So the next time you don't really want to share, because for them it doesn't really, there's no when you shared and people really care about you, and they always, like, be there. So you can feel, like, for me, I can feel if someone, so I really grew up like I'm not gonna share anything about anybody, because I don't think they can help me, or I don't think, like, I can trust them, yung ganyan. Pero of course, as in life, as we grow, something develop, and then really the, oh, I can't trust them, but it takes time, as what you said, that's the very important. But as what I said, for whoever have sisters, you have best friends, you have this, or sometimes in your parents, you have that relationship that you open each other and you support each other and always be there. That is very amazing relationship, hold on to that, don't let go. So next is why accountability is important. Sister Teresa will be sharing us, and hopefully we can give some takeaways to our audience, and they can apply it into their daily life.
So, why accountability is important? First is build trust. When we take responsibility, it shows others they can rely on us. So, yes, like we know, we always discuss, we share about building trust. So this is the really important that to build trust, if for any aspect of your life, for your business, for your team, for your family, that's what you have to, because you like sometimes like you need to rely to somebody else, someone, you cannot. I
Yes.
know, like for us we think that we can do alone, but in the truth we need someone, that you can.
Yes. That's amazing, because especially, for example, since we have a business, like for example, you open a business back home and we are not there.
Mm-hmm.
We have
So
to rely someone that we can trust, but
we can
it's
trust.
not really easy to build trust. It's not easy nowadays to trust anybody.
Exactly,
It's
because
just,
the like a lot of people, they all have different intention.
yes,
Like for us in our mind, we want our people or our to have that good life, so we trust them. But for us to trust them, you have be a responsible one. You cannot just
Yes.
like I know it's hard. It's hard to have the trust, like especially when you have not like some people will think most of the time they take advantage because you're not
Yeah.
there. You're
Yeah,
not
I
there.
totally agree. So it's really hard to trust, but of course, if like for example, if we are here and then you can trust someone, that is amazing, you know. But if you're far, because sometimes also they will take advantage or they have bad intention, they will
Yeah.
use you, or they will just whatever they, when they're done of their whatever they want, they will just, they could ruin you. So that is very important. First is to build trust. That's amazing.
And the second one is improves communication. Being accountable opens the door to honest and meaningful conversation. So you know when you have that accountability attitude, it really improves your communication. You know, you have like honest, and you have that like you, when you have that feeling that you don't have to hold back what you want to say. You have open communication, you know, you have that ideas that you can just say to the people or your business partner. You know, you have that you see have that communication, like you're gonna share anything that you wanna, like I know we wanna hold back because sometimes you don't wanna upset some people when you say something. But if you have that communication, you know, yeah, accountability, you can just openly share to them,
Yeah, you
even
feel.
if it's a bad or good thing, you know, that really helps to improve,
I mean, to
you know.
always be there each other, you know, when
Yeah,
bad things
that
happen, hits us, you know, you have someone to talk to open, and then sometimes it really helps to like to boost you, you know. So like because as what we said here, it's not easy to build trust, you know, and that is the important of here accountability is you have to trust first, because trust for the trust, and it opens, you know, to improve communications, and then it opens door like of, you know, you're honest to each other, and then
yes,
support each other, be there to each other. That's
because you
amazing.
know how we, you know, we always think of our is people, as soon as you say something, the judge, their judgment. So
Yeah,
when you have that person with you, you know, you say something to them, you don't have to be like, you know, judge them
you
because
don't,
you,
and you don't have that feeling of, oh, what if she'll judge me, what,
yeah.
because you already know them, you know, you have relationship, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Because you do you already understand what you've been through. You shared already most of your life. You know, you shared to that person. So the third one is strengthen connections. Accountability foster respect and understanding, helping relationship grow deeper. So yeah, that's what it is. When you have open communication, you have honest communication, that really helps to have our a deeper relationship. Even like I say, it's not just in your personal growth; it's in your business growth also. So because like you said, you have to start it in yourself before you get out in your way. You know, especially in the business world, you have to have a deep connection in between to your team or your community, you know. You need to have that connection. Encourages growth. Acknowledging our mistakes and learning from them leads to personal and relational growth. So you know, most of the time, sometimes we cannot really when we're sometimes when we do mistake, sometimes we're kind of like our ego, our pride, so sometimes we
Yeah,
don't accept a mistake, you know. But just think about it, you know, is there any way that you can resolve the problem if you won't accept the truth that, okay, I'm sorry, I made mistake, or I'm sorry I didn't do what what I said before. So be accountable to with your actions, you know. It helps that it will encourage you with your personal and your business growth to boost, because as a person you have to accept, because like sometimes we as a human, you know, we're kind of like know everything, and then
We
we
think we know everything.
and then we just like, don't tell me what to do because I know what I'm doing.
Pride,
So
that's
yeah, the
right. The
pride.
pride.
So that, whatever, like I said, whatever mistake you do, just accept it and then apologize, because when you have that relationship towards your people, it's really help see
Yeah, otherwise it'll ruin the relationship.
everything. Yes, like why you want to come to work, like especially why you want to come to work and then you don't have a good relationship to your coworkers. I mean, not like
Right,
you're
right.
not, you don't have to be friendly all the time when you don't have that good relationship, but sometimes you're just gonna have to stay away and if avoid whatever
It's not
discomfort.
comfortable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Sometimes.
some story to share in this on this part in my end. So what happens is, so remember I shared here that there is two sisters that I helped them from nothing, from backpack to have their own full-time job, to have their own apartment, to have their car, and to be able to live independently, and then I could not, like, so it comes to the point that I was only asking for, because I thought we are have a strong relationship. I treat them like a sister to me, I was willing to protect them the way, as I can. But really, in their end, they don't look at that way, so for me, I learned that we don't assume as well the people's whatever. You may remember when you said build trust, we don't assume that how we feel is the same as they feel, because I feel like after they used me, they don't, I don't really exist to them. It really it did ruin me, and it comes to the point that I did admit my mistakes, like for I because I thought she asked me a favor to to watch her sister when she went on vacation for 7 8 days. So I was there, be a driver, and then taking care, make sure she have food and everything. So I asked her back. I thought we're just, I thought everything is fine. So I asked her to keep an eye on my kids for only 2 days of her off. What happened was she lied to me. She
Aw.
said she did, but then she didn't show up. That ruined it broke my heart. But I forgive how many times, and it comes to the point that we can only take so much,
So much, yes.
Yes, so now of course and then we work in the same building, so we see each other. In the beginning, it's not comfortable, but still I apologize here that if it's too much of what I asked you, it's too much. I'm sorry. I did apologize because I don't want to have to, even if I didn't do anything wrong. I don't think so. Um, because and then of course she didn't respond me, right? Never responds me. So I just treat her like I professionally. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
imagine how that feel. You see each other out in the building, and then you have that kind of, like, hate because of what really happened. The damage is really bad. I mean, like, come on. For 6 months, almost for 6 months or more, I sacrificed sleep 2 hours just to have two jobs so they could start over. And then and you thought that you did a good job. I thought that I helped them. I am so proud of, myself. A lot of people think you're crazy. But hey, I know that God is watching me, and I know what He did. Like, I mean, like, I may think, like, all that they used me, but what goes around comes around, right? And then it's really, what, also, since our topic here is relationship, it comes to the point is when the relationship is ruined and the trust is gone, it comes to the point that you see someone that you don't doesn't matter in your life anymore, you know
Yeah.
yeah. But of course, as what they said, that person who ruined you, who hurt you, and how all that did, they will regret that you come into their life, you change their life. They will regret because there is no other person that will do that in this world.
Yep. It's true.
Yeah, I
Cause
mean, like,
like it's like you said, when you have that kind of person that really looking up on you and then they never
yes,
really appreciate, it does really change your
It changed.
perspective. It's really changed you because I experienced that too. Like whatever, like not on me, but I experienced. But when I see that, like no matter what he does, to it doesn't matter your family, friends, and but then yet they didn't really appreciate. For me, it hurt. I'm trying to tell him like maybe it's not the right people to you know to
Right.
to help when
And
they won't
yeah,
see what you're trying to do with them. You don't
yeah,
have you waste your time, but sometimes it really think of you can realize like that I am I not really a good person, or what am I doing wrong? why
no, I
people
think.
ca- why people just take advantage on me.
Yeah, but
So
I think this is we are good people, but those people that we are helping, they don't value that and they don't see how lucky they are. And one of these day they will realize of what they lost. Yeah.
yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad because kind of like um it's just like some like when it's gonna time the a day so that they will realize, like how much effort they or he does to his friends. But for them, they don't really appreciate.
So I always said, right now they may not need me because they're all set and comfortable. But one of these day, when it comes to the time that they need help, and then Rose is not gonna be there to help them
Yes, that's what
because
I always
yes,
think of it,
time
like.
time comes that when
Mm-hmm.
you need help the most, and when you realize that there is no one that really that can do that for you, but only that person that are always be there and willing to protect and help you. But when that's gone, because now when I see them at work, when I see, I mean, I just look at them as a coworker, not a
Yeah,
friend, not
everything changed then.
it
I mean,
does.
at first it's hard. It's not comfortable to see someone that
Yes,
you've been close for a few months, and then all of a sudden things went wrong. It's really at first it's really uncomfortable, but after that, when you decided your mind that
it's enough. I think
I'm not
it's
doing wrong, I'm trying to help, but for that situation, it's not my call that they won't appreciate what I've done to them. So
right.
little by little you accept that, and then after that, those pain that
You
you
move
experience.
on. You heal.
Yes, that's
You
all,
heal.
because what you gonna get if you holding all the stuff that you
Yes.
just if you holding that, you gonna ruin yourself.
So
They don't,
so what
yourself
happened is you
only.
heal, you move on,
Hmm.
and you keep going in life.
And then you feel strong after
Yes.
all this
And you
experience.
learn from it. That's what I do. Like, of course, because sometimes I'm too nice, I would say. Um, too nice, and sometimes but then I always I learn from it, like, there's so many things that we just have to accept. And then, because me as a person, if someone could help me, someone will change my life, give me the opportunity to start over and be able to live comfortably, because there is nobody nowadays that would do that for you. you know you, for me personally, this is how I look. Sis, if someone will do that to me, I will look at you as you are part of my life.
Hmm.
No matter what, I will always be there, ups and downs. I would never forget, because I wouldn't be here right now without you. That's how I look as a
Yes.
person. But of course, we can't assume other people.
Yeah, the same thing, like small things, how they help you, because even just to listen to other people's they've been through, listening to them and share what they experienced. And then, yeah, that really helps. That really
Yeah,
helps, how you have the other people share their experiences to you. So yeah, sometimes how people that they can, like I said, it's hard to project how they they can.
yeah. You cannot really assume
Mm.
It's not easy. It's not easy though. The importance of accountability in relationship. It's not easy to have someone that be your accountability. But if that's what we always mention here, if you have that, keep it, and that is amazing. Because you have someone that be there and be, no matter what, and you have that relationship that is once in a million. Not you cannot find that in the street or in your neighborhood. It builds relationship and everything.
It is. Yeah, it's to
Next,
nice to
yeah,
have one.
I know, right? I would be so grateful, but at that time, oh my gosh, that was. But hey, at least God knows I did my part.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, when you do something, when people don't appreciate it,
That
it's not
was very hard
it's
for
not
me. It's like
yeah.
it ruined my heart, cut into small pieces, cubes.
They crashed it.
Yeah. But hey, I heal, I grown, and I learn, and here I am.
Mm.
Next, there come the common barriers to accountability. Fear of being wrong or criticized, difficulty admitting mistakes due to pride. That's what just we mentioned, or shame. Lack of self awareness and understanding of how actions affect others. So yes, this is our common barriers. Like in the beginning, as what I said, when you don't, as what we share here, that not really in a family like we can, when we shared our feelings, that really sometimes, like we have that feeling that they just criticize you, they, like, so you don't have that feeling of the strong feeling of is she really be there for me, is she like all that criticize, of fear of being, like all our pride, but you know uh, really it's very important to have to admit, to admit that, like we have mistakes, or like, because we're not perfect, we are not perfect, but in a relationship, since we're talking here about the importance of accountability, if you have that relationship, I don't think it takes time to build, of course. I don't think we will be worried about being criticized. I don't think you'll be worried about when you admit someone, when you share your feelings, when you do mistakes, as long as you're aware of your mistakes. I think it should be, it's just easy, to just understand each other because you already have that relationship, right, sis? But it's just in the beginning, if you don't really have the, you might think you have the accountability in a relationship, but you're not really sure. Then I think that's where you're ashamed, you are fear of being wrong, or what if, negativity, I think, you know. Ano po masabi mo dito, sis?
Yes, that's how like if you're not really sure with your partner,
Right.
or
That's where
your
you,
yeah, that's what like you're not 100% that you're open to each other or honest to each other, that you can share things that like if you do a mistake, it's sometimes you have second thought of sharing it, like, or
yeah,
admitting
should
it
I
because
or no?
yeah, but just for that, for the sake of your in a relationship, if you have that second thought, not telling the person, you don't want that other people will tell them and hear about it. It's nice to have that coming from you, that you admitted it. I'm sorry, I did this mistake, but I'm aware. Then I'm trying to, whatever what I can do to fix it. Just
Right.
just to be, like I said, accepting. Like I said, accepting mistake is it's hard.
Yeah, we're not perfect also.
It's
So
hard.
that's what when I, even if you turn in any angle of the situation, and I still apologize, and my husband said, "Are you crazy?" Because I said, I know it may not be, I know that even if you look in different angle, I didn't do anything wrong, you know. And she did of neglecting my little fur babies, right? But I take a deep breath and I said, I'm sorry if that was too much for you, but of course, oh my gosh, 2 days compared to 8 days. But I didn't say that, I just said that, now I learned that next time I'm not gonna ask. So I did apologize and accept that, as what they said, like, it's just easy to just,
Move
like,
on.
let go and move on. But of
Mhm.
course, that's what they said, sis, the the when something is ruined, it's not easy to heal
Yeah,
emotion.
it takes time to
Yeah,
get all those broken
right.
pieces to.
The cubes to put it together.
Yeah, it does. Once you ruin that relationship, it takes a while, and then it affects you because now you're gonna be more uh like careful, how
Yes,
to engage with other people. You don't want to be close to people again and do
yes.
and then experience the same scenario.
Yeah,
you know
it's not
so
easy.
yeah, it's that like like you get skeptical now to get close to people. Not in a
When
business
I
but
was
in,
thinking,
in
I was
skeptical
thinking,
in the people. So
if I'm willing to commit this
yeah.
situation or no, I have to think
Yeah,
about it.
so you have to think
So,
about it now. Because
yes,
it's really, once the trust is broken, it's easy to restore,
no one. Yeah, once the trust is gone, it's
yeah. It's either in your relationship, your within your family, your friends, your colleagues, your whatever, whoever is in that,
yeah.
whoever you already ruined the trust.
Yeah.
It
So
takes
in
time to build.
this topic here is of course the barriers of criticize, but also no accountability. Of course, just admit you're wrong, and then hopefully the situations of the whatever situations you're in when there's misunderstanding or something mistakes, it would not be so bad that can ruin the relationship. Hopefully, it's just flexible. You can just fix it. You know, when you just admit your mistakes and understand each other and have that, not don't go to like my stories that when it's broken you forgive million times and it is done, it's really done. But
Yeah,
hopefully
exactly.
in our audience situations um they can just fix it, you know. Next is how to practice accountability in relationships. Sister Teresa will be sharing, then we will end our go live because we are having fun here. It's almost half an hour. Oh my god, we are having fun.
So how to practice accountability in relationships? First thing is be honest. Acknowledge when you have made mistake and take responsibility for it. So I think we discussed it before. So admit if you made mistake and then apologize. Sincere apology is that's the only, and you have to be honest. It's like your example, your the story you shared in here, that if you cannot watch your fur baby, just tell them that I'm sorry and I didn't, because you when you had made it admitted that you cannot do it, then you can find something else instead of ruining your
No,
relationship.
don't change your mind. I have to interrupt. Don't change your mind when someone is already arrived in the Philippines and then nothing they can do and you say that I can't do it. Don't do, please, please. When if you can do it, tell them right there. Don't say that when you wait and someone arrive into their country and then you say that I can't do it. Because that poor thing, nothing they can do. Right?
What?
In my situation, she said to me, I cannot watch the kids when I was already arrived in the Philippines. At the end,
Oh my god,
so
Jesus.
for me, for the audience, if you have into the situations of if someone asks you a favor and everything is all good, then when she leaves to the country, everything is good, and you wait when she arrives to change your mind. That is terrible.
Yes, so
Like, at
yeah.
least talk like an adult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, you best just be honest. If you cannot watch, if you cannot do things that ask your, like, even like sometimes I understand if they can, if they can do but they cannot tell you. I mean, w- it's not good idea. It's not good thing to be to, like, you're not honest. That's
Yeah,
like, even though you have a good relationship, and then she did, like, you did more of them, but just be honest that if you cannot do the job, you know
yeah, that
just
was
be
nice.
honest. you know just tell them, like, hey, I'm sorry, I cannot. I like, can you find someone else? But because I know you have a, maybe you have a valid reason why you can't, even though you think that like you already she already helped you and this and that, all the stuff. But she cannot return, so maybe she have a good valid reason, but
She's
what
not
what she's
comfortable in the
doing.
house. She said she's
Yes.
not comfortable. So you
So
live here for 6 months.
so yes, for so sometimes like that, just be honest. Be honest. If you can't do, then don't do it. Just tell them straight instead of ruining your relationship, because
Right.
you're not honest, that you can't do. Then apologize sincerely. Like I said, if you do a mistake, apologize, and then ask something that how you can fix it, how you can make it up. Just to save the relationship, because if you have that close relationship for how many months, years, and something like that, and it just ruins it because you don't apologize, or something like a little, like, you know trust can only ruin in a small tiny mistake, because sometimes our pride won't let us admit and then
Yes.
apologize, and that ruins everything. um Follow through on a commitments. Show a real reliability by doing what you said you would. See, like, if you like, I'm just like, for like your example, like, okay, I'm gonna watch your fur baby for 2 days, and then you didn't.
Right.
How, for me, how you're not doing, you don't do what you said to the person.
Yes, that is very important. For
the
me
com-
personally, sis, I'm a person of if I say something, I'll do it. Because
yes.
otherwise people cannot trust you.
Yeah, one thing, yes. One thing, if it only takes like one time, people will not trust you. When you said that you will do it and you won't, people will remember that. It's only one time, and they will not gonna trust you again.
Yes,
Does
exactly.
it won't trust you, because for me, if it happens to me, I'm not like, I'm not gonna ask any more help, because one thing, if I asked help, I got, I got rejected. So for me, if I did a lot of help to other people, coworker, and then one time I asked help and nobody will come to me, and then for me, I was like, I'm not gonna ask again. You
Yes.
know,
Learn,
you're
you learn.
you're learning that having that people around you, that they won't commit their your words. It's hard, but you will learn and you grow, and you have to move on, because holding
Right.
back everything, you're not gonna get succeed, you're
Yep.
gonna be trapped, and all those negative vibes or energy, and it's gonna ruin you. They're not ruining their life, they'll be fine, but with you have all this negative
Yeah,
within
we have
you.
to move on.
Yes, you have to move on, let go, and everything will be smooth, like, like nothing happens. But you're gonna learn, you're not gonna forget, you remember, and that's will
Just
be
let
your
God do his part.
so yes, self-reflect regularly, evaluate your actions and how they impact the people around you. See, when whatever you do will impact not just yourself but other people. That's why you have to think before you do. You have to think what you want to say, do, or actions, because once you already damage that relationship, you cannot take it back, no matter how apologize you are, how sincere you apologize. But one is broken, it's not gonna be the same.
Yes.
There's gonna be a gap in between, because you already have that on your mind, that you cannot be a reliable person, if
Yeah.
so sometimes you have to think first, your actions, your words. I mean, it's not it's good that you be honest of what you're doing, especially in your relationship. And encourage open communication, create safe space for others to share their thoughts and feelings. So once you practice the accountability relationships, it guides you to open communication. So that's like said, like, when you have that honest relationship within your group, your personal life, or in your business life, it's have that like you can share openly, all your thoughts and
Yes.
feelings. It's nice to have that person that you can come and share.
Yeah,
you
I
know
think that is so
it's
amazing.
nice, to have.
Yeah, I would be so happy and grateful to have if I was in that situation. But of course, it's not. It wasn't in my side happens. But yes, I am so grateful to like for me to have to. Well, I am so happy to myself, grateful, have the heart of really loves to help other people. I didn't regret because I learned from it. And
Yes.
I move on, and then I wouldn't be here starting this business, and more blessings to come. That's what they said: the more you help, the more you receive. So it's just for that's the important. But that's what we said here: if you have that relationship, the accountability in relationship, keep it as you can, because you are lucky to have that one in your life. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna share stories because I already did. Otherwise, we'll be in up to hours here. So accountability isn't about being perfect. It's about being real, taking responsibilities, and striving to be a better for the people we care about. It's a key ingredient for growth and stronger relationship. And so for our audience, we always leave here with one questions. What does accountability means to you? And how do you practice in your relationship? We would love to hear your thoughts and share your stories so we can also learn from you, because that's our goal here, is to inspire and hopefully that we can you have takeaways when you at the end of our go live, even a little thing that you can have that takeaways and applied into your life. um when we lead with accountability, we create space for trust, love, and meaningful connections. So always remember how important is this accountability in relationship. But of course, before we end our go live, Sister Risa will be sharing us. Since today is Tuesday, we have our free workshop. Go ahead, Sister Risa, for our business, for the people who
Yes,
wants to learn
for
today.
our business, yes, because like I said, we really don't really say up things much of our business in our go live, but yes, tonight will be our free live webinar. It happens 5 p.m. tonight at 5 p.m. PST, and if you have time to watch our free live webinar, register in our website that you see in your front of the screen. Enter your name and email address, and we can send you the link to save your spot on that free live webinar. But if you're a busy person, busy parents, you can register the same way. Our free registration, just your email, your name and email address, and then we can send 20 minutes free workshop replay, and you can watch the highlights on our business and what we do in here. And then if you realize this is for you, you can follow the steps, and we will gladly guide you the rest of this journey.
Yes, thank you, Sister Teresa. And yes, so today is Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Thursday. Just do you have to make that decision for yourself. If you are struggling of your situation right now, tired, burned out of working, and you realize you're still um no savings left, living paycheck to paycheck, and your hunger for change, you have to make that decision, because no one will make that decision for yourself. Always remember, if you don't take actions now, 5 years or 10 years from now, you will be in the same spot where you are sitting, or what situations you are right now. So that's why we dive into the online world, because we we were hunger for change, and then we look ourselves that we can be in the same spot, same like 15 years from now. I realized that I said, if I don't do something right now, 10 years to 15, I will be in the same spot, like barely survive, living paycheck to paycheck. And then it's miserable. If you are resonate our stories, of course, that's what we said here: make that decision, take actions, and follow the steps. Watch the full free workshop that we have, although it's a basic. But if you want to know more in details, you just have to follow the steps, and we will be happy to guide you along the way in the online world. So thank you, everyone, and we will be back again tomorrow for another topic. And God bless you all, and take care.
God bless